Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. It's beautiful. We've been working on the porches behind me here. That's not in this video. This video is I'm gonna show you some footage I got. We actually got invited to Utah. I've never been to Utah. Didn't really know what to expect, but I was very surprised of how well this went. So we got invited to, it was like a business trip, I guess you could say, because Redmond Salt reached out to us. Harvey reached out and invited us to their first ever summit. They called it a summit for creators that they're wanting to maybe work with in the future. So what they did, they brought us out to Utah and took us to their facilities, got to look at pretty much all their products. They got a lot of new stuff coming out that's not out yet, but they started a new homesteaders division, and that's why we got invited out, along with my friends Kevin and Rachel from Hidden Heights Farm. You'll see on the video some. You'll see probably Doug and Stacy on there a little bit. The Fit Farmer, he's on there. Homesteading Family's on there. First time I've met those three channels, and there was several other ones. I don't want to I didn't know them. Those are ones I was already familiar with, but you'll see other people in the video. So it was really cool. So they brought us out there so we can actually see what their company was all about. We could see what Redmond Salt is all about, get the history of it, see all the products they're out with, actually get to sample and test a lot of products. And I've actually been using their real salt for their food grade salt for 3 years now. My friend from work actually turned me on to it 3 years ago, and I've been using it ever since. So that's whenever I never even heard of Redmond salt until my friend said, hey, you need to try this salt. It was the best salt I ever had. And that's before any of this. This has been like 3 years ago. So it was really awesome to get an invitation to do something like this, to get to go tour everything. And when I took some footage of the mine that we toured, where they're doing all their mining for the salt. We went 800 feet down. It was a crazy experience. Never expected to be a part of something so awesome. So they started at Homesteaders Division, where they're going to be, you'll see it maybe in here, they're starting a soil test kit for homesteaders, for people in general, people like me, people like you, that want to test their soil for their gardens and agriculture and all that. So that's one of the products that they actually sent home with me to test, and we'll be doing that in the future, and I'll show you guys all that later on. But it was just an awesome experience. I was honored to be a part of it. Like I said, I've never expected it to go so well. To actually have friendships made in a 3-day period. It was awesome. But that's what we're going to show you guys today. Is just a little bit of footage that me and Brandy got. Brandy went with me, and we got Brandy's parents watched the girls while we were gone. So it's kind of like a little vacation after the big expo we put on, like much needed little mini vacation. We were gunning the whole time, but we learned so much about salts, about clay. It was just very interesting, and I wish Brandy was here. She's actually going out and getting something I'll be showing you guys in the next few videos, something exciting for the homestead. But if she was here, she can explain to you some things that she learned and she loved. Overall, it was just an awesome experience, and just never expected to have such a great experience there in Utah. But yeah, so big thank you to Harvey and to Redmond Salt, Real Salt, for inviting us to their first summit they've ever done like this. For YouTubers and just creators in general. There was Instagram people there and things like that, so it was just an awesome experience. So I want to tell them thank you personally in this video, and we're going to give you a little tour of their mine that I filmed, and maybe a little bit of the products. And at the end, maybe I'll throw some pictures up. If not, you can go to Instagram on Keeping It Dutch, and on Facebook Keeping It Dutch, and I put a lot of pictures and stuff on there you guys can check out. But yeah, that's what today's video is, and tomorrow we'll get back into showing you finishing up hopefully the front and side porch. We've been doing a little bit of that today, and we had to go make a material run, and so we'll be set to go tomorrow to really knock some stuff out. That expecting some good weather tomorrow. So thanks for stopping by today's video. If you like it, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. We greatly appreciate you guys doing that and keeping you around to watch all the awesome stuff that we got going on, all the hard work. And yeah, we needed that little mini vacation to Utah. Was awesome. But yeah, I can't wait to go back and see what else they got in store for us. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy a lot of their stuff that we're probably going to be showing you in the future that we're going to be using here on the homestead. And yeah, with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, we are at the Utah Real Salt Redmond salt mines, and we went down there and did a little tour. We'll show you guys that in just a minute.
I didn't so much.
She tried, and Brandy gets a little claustrophobic, so we start going down there. And they're talking like, "Oh, if we get stuck."
They're like, "What about? How does this thing stay?" I can't hear you because these.
Well, they just shot that.
They were like, "Yeah, what about the stability and if it caves in?" And I'm like, "Seriously?"
Yeah, so we had to turn around and take her back up here, which is no big deal. That happens quite a bit, they said. And she was starting to worry, and then started getting me to worry. So I was like,
"Just get out here."
Let's take her back up there. So you guys, I'll show you that footage in just a minute. It's really windy out here today, so we'll jump into that, and then we'll see what else we can get into. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video.
I've been like in the cannon.
Huh? Oh, I know.
Shooting the cannon.
The cannon was pretty cool. Yeah, it smells like cobbler.
Got it all cooking? Well, it's cooking good looking.
It's like peach cobbler in there.
That's his kind of cooking over here.
Raspberry cobbler and apple cobbler.
It's looking good.
I gotta be different.
So, first things first, most important thing. This is Todd. He goes by Toad. He's your chef for the day. So
Hey y'all. Thank you very much. I'll try not to poison nobody.
He's just getting lunch started, but if some of you guys aren't quite hungry, I can take the first group down in the mine if you want, or everybody can eat, however you guys want to do it.
15 minutes and these burgers will be on the rise and French fries are right here. So help yourself.
So, is there anybody that's not quite hungry and wants to go underground first?
Yeah.
Is anybody claustrophobic or scared of snakes?
Slow down.
I think you're gonna break. I'm good now.
Oh, you got Harvey, you're good.
Good now.
Okay, well, if there's a group of you that's not ready to eat quite yet, if you want to get on the bus, we'll go underground. Everybody signed the waiver though, right?
Yep, we did
We have
that.
like a
What are you gonna do, Tyler?
Keeps. This took away from me.
Okay, everybody hold your breath. So there's one spot with cribbing right as you come into the mine. That was actually added for a movie set. Back in the early 90s, HBO was shooting a film called Slaughter of the Innocent. And it was a show about, it was funny, my grandpa telling the story, he wouldn't have signed off on a movie like that. But they told him it was a Noah's Ark type movie, and they were going to build this ark in a tunnel and then push it out. And it turned out that it was a guy who thought he was Noah and he was collecting human specimens.
Jeez.
And so that was shot right here. It's an old, it's like big dinosaurs underground. So all of the agricultural salt and the industrial salt we use room and pillar blasting. So this is a big drill here. That's the scaler. Oh, that's a scaler. But we use looks like that, but it's a drill, so we'll drill shots back in and blast the salt off the wall. The food salt's all ground off with it looks like a mantis tiller. Kind of just chews the salt off the wall so we can be very targeted. And then we don't have any potential blasting agent remnants in any of the food salt.
Where's the porta-john at? I gotta go.
Your first
YouTube video when you came to the OP Expo?
Yes, I was.
Awesome.
Yeah, so to use the restroom, just find a corner.
Rachel, he said there's no porta-john.
Oh man, there's a hole there though.
So a couple reasons I wanted to, I'll wait till everybody gets up.
Those guys are coming now.
Well, so the thing is, we have this. So the reason I stopped here, this is the start of level 5. This is our deepest level.
Okay.
Just because we're at level 5 does not mean we're mined out in level 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, okay.
So it's mainly just the grade of the salt. You know, if you get in level 1 and or level 2 and your haul trucks
This
are
is
going
all
clear to the end of
salt,
the
pure
property,
salt.
Yep. You can go down a level and only go this far in. It's that much fuel savings.
Okay. Yeah.
So don't go in the open hole.
Oh wow, yeah.
Let me turn my light on here.
I did want to stop here just so you guys can see.
What's up there?
Oh yeah, that's pure salt.
Mm-hmm. So this here would be your agricultural grade. Your cows would love that. This piece here would be more of a food grade.
Okay. And how do you, because it's darker? Or?
Because of the mineral content.
So do you guys just get big scoops and then take it up there and then process it up there and sort it out and all that?
Yeah, and we're just taking road salt out of this area right now.
Yeah.
Road salt and agricultural salt. The food salt areas have a higher concentration of these pieces that are more, I mean, they're here, but it's more scattered.
Yeah.
So when we'll stop at a heading that we do food salt at.
Oh, okay.
And it will be a lot, the higher concentration of this prettier salt.
That's crazy. So whenever you're mining all this, it's all kind of mixed up, is that what you're saying?
Yes,
For the most part.
For the most part. And there's some areas in the mine that are 94 to 96% sodium and chloride. Those are great for your cows and your sheep and your horses. In the food salt industry, we'll look for veins that are about 98% sodium and chloride. And so we'll just kind of target those veins and areas in the mine for different uses.
That's awesome. This has been in your family for how long?
My grandfather started mining in 1958.
Can you tell a real quick story about how they found the...
Yeah, so there was a little outcropping of salt north and south of their farm. In the 1950s, there was a big drought and they couldn't have enough food from the farm to feed the kids and give the kids work. So they knew there was salt under the farm because the Native Americans had harvested it long before the settlers came into the valley.
Yeah.
And so they took a steel rod and pounded it down through their field where they hit solid. They knew that was salt. And so they took out a loan and pulled the corn and alfalfa out of the way and started selling salt.
That's an awesome story. Awesome. This is great. How often do you come down in here?
I'm down every other month or so for a tour.
Yeah.
Growing up, we'd bring dates down here. We'd do Dutch oven cooking in the mine.
I love Dutch oven cooking. And that's a ventilation hole up there, you said?
That's what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's from the surface.
And we're 800 feet down, you said, around about?
I have like zero confidence in this bus.
Kevin, what do you think?
You guys look down here, so like say this is the starter level 5. So this face, that's the actual size of
Oh, wow.
the face. I mean, really, at some point, this right here was the face, and we're blasting at 16 feet at a time.
So what's this 3 for? So
This is just GPS locations.
Okay.
So when they're shooting a wall, they'll be able to have these all line up.
Get accurate.
And that way the tunnels will line up exactly on top of each other for the structural support of the mine.
So then when you do level 6, you'll drill another hole for ventilation.
Correct. Mm-hmm. And then we can, those big doors we drove through, we can close that door off and push the air down or open the door and then push the air.
Yeah.
And that way after we let off a charge to get the dust out, we can, and then for the vehicle exhaust.
So are they going to blast any today later on?
No, they'll do that at the end of the, well they will, but they do it at the end of the night shift.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And that gives a 4-hour break for that salt dust to settle.
And then the day crew comes in and starts taking the salt up?
Yeah, and so the day crew will load the shot and get it all kind of ready.
Yeah.
And the last thing, and then the other crew will load it with explosives.
Oh, wow.
And then the last crew, after they're done with that, they'll light it and leave.
Yeah, okay.
Just cross your fingers, it starts back up. Everybody ready? Yeah. You're gonna have to hide your phones.
Now imagine a nap in this. That'd be great.
Oh, your back.
No, even close to your fingers. No, you can't see it.
Can't see anything.
Now find your way out.
Yeah.
So if this bus doesn't start back up, we have to walk out here like this.
It's funny how you say we.
Well, I mean, you can stay down.
We can live on salt for a couple
Yeah, I
days.
can live on salt for a few hours. For a few hours. He's just gonna be down here
I told
laying.
you guys we have about 18 to 20 miners on the mine crew. They're down in here all day. Go up to the surface and eat lunch. This is a perfect spot. This is the temperature year round. I know they have a spot somewhere with some hammocks and bunk beds.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Perfect napping.
I would be so good at doing that now.
Yeah, this would be a good bunker.
You'd have that fan for a little white noise.
Someone just stole my wallet.
So that airflow that you're feeling is coming out of that hole right there.
Someone just stole my wallet. Zach does. He shuts the light off.
He steals everyone's wallet and watches.
It wouldn't be suffocation. The air would definitely be thinner. All the vehicle equipment down here is diesel, so it's
Yeah, Brandy wouldn't like this at all.
exhaust from a car. But you definitely want ventilation.
But y'all have those fans at the entrance each.
Oh yeah, they're on every level. But that's why the first thing we do when we start a new level is cut a ventilation hole.
You can see this rosy quartz color.
So you say this is like sweeter?
Yeah.
Pretty good?
Oh, sorry, I got shut.
Oh, there you go. Look at this. Content creators. I love it.
So if you guys, this spot, so all this stuff you guys are seeing, has a lot of dust on it, even where we blast the road salt. But if you actually, see that, those black spots? That's the manganese.
The what?
Manganese. That's the chefs from all over the world try to find salt with the high manganese contents. I can't taste the difference, but I'm not a professional chef. But the black, when I bring my son down here, he'll go through all these rocks and find the black ones, and he just puts them in a crusher and grinds them up. But
That's the good stuff, huh?
that's the good stuff, right?
Can you separate that? You guys separate that up there? Or is it all part of it?
It just all goes in, and it's a small percentage. But
Yeah.
it's got some of the colors, but if you actually shine your light on it, it shows you the. So the black's your manganese. So there's 60 trace minerals. That's where you're getting your different colors.
60 trace minerals.
Give or take a couple.
Yeah.
So, and every rock, I mean, you get some rocks like, you know, you could probably grab one of these and the light won't go through it because it's not, number one, it's probably dusty.
Good.
But
Look at that. Wow.
so if you guys do want to take some of these, make salt lamps, or feel free to grab one. But every rock, I mean, even if it's coming off the same face, every rock's gonna have its own makeup. Got lots of dust on it. And most of the minerals that is in this salt is what's in human blood natural.
Well, and for our animals too, it's interesting because we've been feeding our animals the Redmond salt for 20 years, and we've had very, very low health issues, health problems. And
So the thing that's interesting about the animals, so trophy rock, I don't know if you guys have heard of trophy rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a huge product of ours, and a lot of people think, oh, the deer are coming to hit these salt licks and they keep coming back. The deer, your cows, your horses will actually hit this for the minerals. It's not necessarily the salt.
Yeah.
The salt's an added bonus because it'll make them go drink water.
Okay, we're gonna look at like an escape hatch down here. I think we're about 500 or 600 feet deep in this mine, and let's check it out.
It's sure good you got places to rest.
Yeah, holy cow.
That was M Shop. They had to come check this, and they're like, you gotta give us a place to rest.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had to go all the way through. Don't get vertigo.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. This at one point, we drilled a hole and ran a pipe down and ran fresh water
Wow.
to bore this out.
Look at that. That's escape. It's very cool.
Yeah, that is,
zone right there.
that is pretty far down there.
So it's roughly, so you have 80 feet from this floor to the ceiling, and then you have another roughly 50 to 60 feet of the tunnel. So it's probably 130, 140 feet.
Is it loaded?
She's loaded. Ready to roll. I might have to adjust my aim with that window.
What are you aiming at?
So I'm going for the left boat. I hope to see if the wind might take it over to the right.
I got you.
Let's see. I usually don't tell people till the bullet's in the air. And that's the one I'm going for.
Brandy, where are we at?
Redmond Warehouse,
We're at though.
Utah. Somewhere in Utah.
Somewhere in Utah.
Actually, near Salina, Utah.
Oh yeah. from Oklahoma.
This holds oxygen and water really well, and so you can see nice, good, healthy roots. Yeah, that's a good looking.
Can I see the? Can I see the roof?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you could be wedding. We do have some. You know, we'll have pest pressures. We have other environmental factors. I'm just looking at this one right here. This is a red butterhead. This one is the lettuce that will always tell us what's coming. So we have like a little spots of powdery mildew on those leaves. And so, I mean, nothing is it doesn't hurt anyone or anything. It's fine to eat, but it does hurt. So, yeah. So right now, like I'm going to, you can see our fogger over here.